been in this box many, many times. And a performer type or a band or someone will stand in front of you and say, thank you so much for coming, we're really glad you showed up. I bet about 99.99999% of the time they're being completely honest. It is really wonderful to see you again. And so I've been doing a lot of shows in this building for many, many years. February 12th, 1983 was the first time I was ever on this stage, and it turned into February 13th, 1983, because the show went kind of late. I think we were on really, really late, and I turned 22 years of age. And now I'm 62, and I still am unable to shut up. It's incredible. And so anyway, thank you so much for showing up. What you might not know, what you might not remember, because you have lives, is that I was supposed to be here last year. And so the show got canceled because the tour got canceled. And it's not because I don't want to be here. Are you kidding? I hate it when tours end. I get really depressed. I blame the anti-science gang. And now it is time to commit Iris's ashen remains in the little bags into Rock Creek, the actual moving body of water. And this is the funny part of the story. And so here are all these grieving adults throwing my mother's remains into the water. What they did not see, what they could not have predicted by throwing large white things through the air, that they have inspired the interests of a lot of ducks who see things flying through the air and they tap into their genetic imperative to survive. And they think it's fluffy white bread, Wonder Bread, America's non-nutritional favorite. And they're like, wait, which is like, let's just serve, go! And they're not casually eating, they are competitively eating because they want to have enough calories to breed when breeding season comes around, because ducks must survive. And so the ducks aggressively assault the water, like moving each other out of place. As the ashen remains, which are quite dense if you've ever been around them, they drop quickly below the surface and go hurtling down towards the bottom, yet downstream. So the ducks are now submerged, looking for the food items, which are bright white, and they come back up to the surface with parts of my mom in their beak, which they are trying to eat quickly so they can get more. And so there they are, and you've seen ducks eat, right? They have something in their mouth, and they hold their beak all the way to the sky, and they work the food item down their throat, and they also utilize gravity. So they're like, Meanwhile, all the adults on the side are screaming at the ducks, no, that's a dead woman! No! And they want to try to Heimlich the ducks to get, and like the ducks are like, what's she talking about? No, we're eating a dead woman. Too late. And so my mom goes down the necks of a bunch of ducks, and they stop throwing the iris parts to the ducks because like a little bit of my mom goes a long way. Trust me on this. And so you know how ducks are. Food goes in and food goes out again. So where Iris's ashes ultimately ended up, Rock Creek Park, maybe we won't know for sure. And so some of the ashes went, it's a mystery! It's a mystery. And so Ian tells me this story. I think it is the funniest damn thing I heard last year. Tears are squirted out of my face. Like, You're like, Henry, we're talking about your mother. Ian, like, come on, Ian, do it. Like, I'm not going to quack on. Come on. I just think it's fantastic. Like, ducks are great. Anyway, so he's about to get out of the car, and he says, hey, I just remembered, I ended up with an extra one of those sacks of your mom's ashes. Do you want it? I'm like, okay. It's in his backpack. So he reaches into the backpack and he pulls out this pinch of my mom. He's like, here, see you next time. I'm like, bye, weirdo. And he closes the door and he leaves. And I'm sitting in the alley in my Mazda 6 holding a pinch of my dead mother's remains. Like, what the hell do I do with these? Then I'm not going to throw them out the window and leave them in the alley. I'm not a mean guy. I don't know what to do with them. I do have 9 hours and 57 minutes of driving to do to get to my driveway in my new house in Nashville, Tennessee. After living in Los Angeles for 40 years, we'll get into that in the 5th or 7th hour. But anyway, I have this long drive to do, so I pop the glove compartment and throw my mom in over my proof of insurance. And I get on the road. and at 04:30, I pull into my driveway in Nashville, Tennessee. I immediately forget my mother's remains are in the car. I'm a creature of habit. To the supermarket, to the gym, to the post office, over and over and over again. My mom has been riding around with me in the glove compartment since November 18th. I left on this tour in late January. By the time I get back in early April, I will have again forgotten Iris's remains are in the glove compartment. You can get a lot of miles out of a Mazda. So I have at least 200,000 more miles of road to go with Henry and Iris on the road together again. A lifetime of trying to get away from this woman, and she's back and in my car. And like one day, I'll probably sell the car, like 100 years from now, when the wheels finally fall off. Excuse me, guy who just sold an ancient car, did you want this? Oh, no, you keep that in there. It kind of comes with. What is it? Lucky dust. Just put it in there. You have a good time. And so all of that happened. And maybe you don't think it's funny. I thought it was amazing. Because I don't know what you're supposed to do with someone's ashes. Maybe you should just give it to someone who's far more responsible than me. And so I have a little bit of them, and they're in my car. In my driveway, in my unremarkable house in Nashville, Tennessee. So anyway, you might not ever see or hear from me again. And don't worry, I'm not ghosting you, bro. It means I have been killed by a guy from Finland. Henry, don't die! You never know. Life is very fragile. So look, Sam, seriously now. If I die today, which could happen, if I die today, keep the poster. Henry, that is so screwed up. No, I'm not kidding. I demand. You keep, what am I going to do with it? I'm dead. So just keep the poster. Get it framed. Put it on that wall right there. Get your pal Heidi to give you a pill vial of my ashen remains, and you can put it underneath the poster, and we'll be like, what is that? Here, grab it. Shake it. What is this? It's Henry Rollins from Black Flag. God, this is awesome. How much? $4.99. This is how I died. Next to a blue economy car. I wanted the living room, but no, it's going to be in the dirt, next to a road, next to a ravine. And so he comes at me again, and I block, and I push. And I don't know if you've ever groped a man, but you can get a pretty good read as to a man's muscle density and muscle quotient by grabbing a muscle group and giving it a squeezy squeeze. And as I was pushing him away, I got the entirety of his pectoral muscle group in my mitt. I was like, yoink, uh-oh, we are in really good physical shape. 1/3 my age, I am going to die. And so I'm opening this gate with one hand. Both cops see me opening this huge metal door, and they're digging my action. I can't help it. I am born to perform. As soon as I see I have an audience, I'm like, like fist bumping, dudes intense, woo! Anyway, we drive up the driveway. I take them to the front door, and as we get to the front door, the older of the two cops stops, and he stares at me, and he squints. And I've seen this before. Like the gears are working, and the penny drops, and he recognizes me. And he explodes. Dude, no way! Oh, dude, you are so rad. Dude, no way. Dude, I can't believe I'm in your house. Dude, you are so radical. Dude, no way, dude. And the young cop goes, dude, why are you calling that dude? Dude, you don't do this. Dude, you are rad, dude, that is Black Flag, dude. That is Black Flag. And the young goes, oh, dude, no, dude, my grandfather loved you guys, dude. Which is kind of where my life is right now. They talk about back in the day. I was actually there for back in the day. And I would go to gigs. I'd pay like 14 cents to go see Husker Du play. And it'd be some small place. The amps were powered by coal, so the air was really, really hard to breathe. And like 4 to 5 kids would die per song. And then the dance floor was slick with blood. But the band never stopped playing. You just took the kid through on the stage and demanded that the band play more. And you'd be there with Tesla and Mark Twain and Tom Waits. Everyone would be at the show. It was the best time. And so that's my lot in life. I am old and I remember things that no one cares about. And so one of the cops tells me on the way out that a detective will be calling me any minute now. Get ready for that. And the 2 cops leave, and a few hours later, the detective calls. Henry, I'm the detective on the case. I'm very sorry about what happened to you. I've spent the last couple of hours talking to this young man. He told me everything. Well, you know he's from Finland. I said, that's all I know. He goes, okay, here's the rest of it. Apparently, you go all over the world and you stand on stage and you talk at a high rate of speed with no notes, no glass of water for about 2 hours. I'm like, yeah. He said, you did that in 2016 in Helsinki, Finland. The guy was at the show. He loved it. He got home from the show, and for the first time in his life, out of nowhere, he starts hearing voices in his head of two varieties. The fun and happy voices say, Henry's great. Let's go to Los Angeles and hang out with him. And the angry voices say, hey man, Henry is spreading untrue rumors about you all around town. Get to Los Angeles, break into his house, and wreck everything in sight.